With me today is Ayoub Ar from Lee County, Florida. He's going to be joining us to talk with us about EADOC construction management in the cloud that he's been using for his capital program. So we thank Ayoub very much for his time this morning. Before we get started with Ayoub, I'll give you guys a quick outline of what we're going to be covering here for you. So brief introductions. I'm Eric Law with Bentley Systems. I was the principal of EADOC. We were acquired 3 months ago by Bentley and joined the family of products there. Ayoub's been using EADOC for a couple of years, and he's gracious enough to take his time and explain to the audience here how he's been using EADOC. We'll be going through a couple slides here that we've got set up for him, and then we will be showing you actually the product and how he's using it to manage his capital program on the demonstration. And then at the end, we'll open it up for a Q&A. So a little bit on Ayoub. He's the engineering manager for facilities and construction management in Lee County, Florida. He's been there quite a long time now. He's an expert at his trade. And he's going to be giving a presentation here, and he'll be starting here in 2 slides. The product that Ayoub's been using with Lee County, Florida is the EADOC Collaborative Construction Project Management application. He's been using it to manage capital projects and programs there with Lee County, Florida. It is a web-based hosted solution designed for construction managers and owner-operators like Ayoub. It integrates his entire project team, so he's going to show you guys how he's working with his contractors, how he's got his designers on the system. It is a cloud-based software as a service system. He's got his entire team on board with unlimited users there for you guys. Some of the key features that he's going to be going through on his presentation, he's going to be talking about the document management control, so talking about RFIs and submittals. He's going to be talking about the collaboration component and how he's exchanging those with his contractors and project participants. He's going to talk about the financial controls, pay applications, allowance orders, how he's using the system, and then how helping them manage risk on the project and reduce the risk there on the project. So with that, I know you guys are all waiting for Ayoub. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him, and he's going to take you guys through the application and some background. Ayoub?
Thank you, Eric. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayoub Al-Bahou. I live in Southwest Florida. I work for Lee County government. I'm here to. Eric asked me if I can do this presentation, and I'm really excited about it. This is the first time, so if I mumble a little bit, just be patient with me. We are about 600,000 people here in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers. We have 6 cities and towns. The amount of work that we've done so far with EADOC for just that we listed under EADOC is about $45 million. These projects consist of Lee County Utilities capital improvement project, a news treatment plant. Consists also for new lead train facilities, Parks and Rec, North Fort Myers Rec Center. That's part of the $45 million that we've listed under EADOC. I have been using EADOC, like Eric said, for about 3 years, and I don't have any share in EADOC. I don't get paid to do this presentation, nor I'm just presenting what I feel about EADOC. And for years, this is how my office looks like. And as everybody recall, is in 2005, 2006, everything was booming. Board of County Commissioners are happy. Taxes are coming. A lot of dollars, a lot of projects. We built in between 2004 to 2007. It's probably, everybody will feel it. I built jails, I built parks, library, and the money. My office was full of documentation, boxes. I had to actually increase the space of my office just to allow for the paperwork, the plan, the specification. Everything was paper then. And in about 5 years ago, our department was looking for a new director, and we hired a young man with a young attitude. And the first thing we were talking about is what tool do we need to do our job better? How do we do communication better with with the contractor, designer, between our staff? And and we found EADOC. And the first time I had a conversation with EADOC, I mean, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I still like to do my, writing on a piece of paper. I like to do my Excel, and with EADOC, we'll take care of it. I mean, I gave probably Eric a hard time the first time I had a conversation with him. But then I adopted, and let me switch to the next one. All right. Our issue was during the prior to EADOC is poor communication. The contractor, we have a contractor, we have a consultant, designers, and the contractor will pick up a phone. Hey, Mr. Architect, Mr. Engineer, what can I do here? Yeah, sure, no problem. We can take care of that. And we were left out of the loop many times. Email been sent to from the contractor to the architect. The architect respond back and intentionally or unintentionally leave our names off the email. And we go to the field. Well, the architect approved this. Well, the contractor asked for it, and I approved it. So, and then we get this things lost in the mail. I sent you the shop drawing 2 weeks ago. No, you sent it to me last week. We just received it. I've heard so many excuses and complaints for the past, which is 25 years. That's how long I've been doing this with Lee County. I had to be in the field every day to make sure everything is working fine, everything is under control. Biggest complaint would probably you guys hear from contractors. It takes you guys 40 days, 50 days, 60 days to process my pay application. I submitted 60 days ago. Paper space, everybody's aware of it. I mean, by the time we finish the shop drawing, we're talking, for example, $50 million jail that we just finished. I needed probably a warehouse just to host all the shop drawing, the construction document, the specification, the RFI. So it was really hard. It was a lot of, and especially when I go to the field for a on-site meeting, you have to drag. I used to drag 4 or 5 boxes with me every time I go to my OSC meeting. Then we found EADOC, and it was we wanted something that's really it is owner control software, where we are in charge. On one of my project, we were negotiating a CM contract, and he said, I have this construction software, and I'm going to charge you $15,000 to use, but I only can give you 8 licenses. If you want more, you have to pay more. And we just, my boss, the new director said that's enough is enough. When we start looking around, searching, and we run into EADOC. To me, this is what you see on the screen is EADOC. If you love Apple, you can go to an iPad. If you like Microsoft, you can get you a tablet, and so forth. The EADOC, with that small tool in your hand, you can, owner, contractor, inspector, everything is submitted electronically. I don't have to drag 4 boxes in the field with me. My inspector has his iPad with him. He can log into the EADOC software and log into his project, and he can pull the spec. He can pull the construction document, and right there. And I'll tell you some small story there. I was on the visiting I was building a rec center in North Fort Myers, and I was doing the inspection, and I had my iPad with me, and I looked around. I turned around and said, the contractor, I said, there's something missing here. They're missing some rebars on this in this area. And he said, no, I double checked it. I said, okay, go get he said, let me go get my plan. So he went and brought me roll of plan, the structural plan, probably weighs about 100 pounds, drag it. and I open my iPad, and I open the structural drawing, and I said, here, look what this. The story is, it's I don't have to walk all the way to his trailer to check the document. I could look at it right there on my iPad. I can open that page and review it right there. It is all the information is in one place. I mean, you still have the storage. It's like you have your old way of filing things, but it's way. It is not. I don't need a 20 by 20 office to hold all this information, and I can access it anywhere I want, anytime I want. If you're crazy like me, while you're on vacation and the kids are asleep and the wife is asleep, you can log in and answer some RFI and shot drawing. But that's beside the point. Life with EADOC. We have got some resistance from contractor, and I understand it. They have their own software and they paid $200,000-$300,000, and they want to charge us or the client a fee so they can because they invested in that software. But eventually we told them, do you want to do business with Lee County, and this is what we want, and that's what you have to use. And I think a couple of them start seeing what I understand. I have to learn the software, and trust me, it is not hard to use. If I can learn it, I'm sure most of you guys can. Transfer information between. Right now with the EADOC, we are in the middle of contractor can still send information to the design team. That we did not stop, except we put ourselves in between those two guys. Means if email and information went to the architect, at the same time it goes to us. Anything that the architect sent to the contractor, it goes through us. So now we have a better way of controlling information flowing between the two. That's how I design my EADOC to fit what I do. You can design it differently to fit your need or how you run your project. I can hold anybody responsible, and I'll show you when I do the demo. There's no more say I didn't get it, or I didn't see your email, or I didn't see the shot drawing. I can tell when everybody really take the time and look at it, or open an RFI and looked at it, or he has not touched it yet. Everything is there, and there's no more I didn't see it anymore. I don't have to be in the field every day. I have my inspector go there, but I also, at the end of the day, my inspector will download his pictures. The CM will do his daily log and download picture area maps. I can really see most of the information right here in my office. Pay application. If everybody is on the right track and everybody's cooperating, pay application can be reviewed and approved in less than an hour. But I give them a couple days to review it. There's no more, 30, 60 days. There's no more, you hand deliver it to the architect. The architect hand deliver it to the owner. The owner hand deliver it back to the finance department. Everything is done electronically and can be instantly be approved or denied. Paperwork, and I'm sure most of you like to save some trees, and since we are Lee County and we strive of being lead county, it is very important to us. I don't print anything anymore. I don't print RFI. I don't print shop drawing. Even at the end of the project, when you guys do the closeout document, we used to get this big O&M operation maintenance manuals, the as-built, everything. I'm making all my contractor, my engineers, put everything on the EADOC, and I will show you a sample of that. So basically, it's really, and it's saved on warehouses too. It costs Lee County $300,000 to keep a warehouse running every year. And by eliminating the need for printing, I don't need that warehouse anymore. there's no cost per per user. The cost is based on how much money you invest, how much in project you invest in EADOC. I guess now we go to live demonstration, Eric.
That's correct.
And now I need to share my desktop, correct?
You got it.
All right. This is it is the project that I'm just closing out. It's called Lead Train Administration Operation, about 80,000 square feet, and maintenance bay operation and maintenance for our lead train the facilities. This is what I call the dashboards, and all the information is what you see on the screen. Is what I use pretty much every day. The dashboard, the front, what you see is you can customize it to see any information that what I set it up is for my project is the way you see it on the screen. You get the budget. Can you see my arrow moving?
Yep.
All right. You get the budget for my project, how much I spend, budget remaining, how much left, and all the financial information is right there. So when my boss calls and say how much you spent so far, it's right there. And at the click of a button, I can give them those answers. The start button is where your dashboard is, and it tell you what the last document that you have worked on, and there's a quick link to different element of EADOC. The first thing is everybody used to write email, Outlook. To me, is Memo is Outlook. You can click on the what I call the black tab on top, the Memo. It is nothing but Outlook. The three things you do with Outlook you open a new document, you type, and you send, and you have option to include file with it. And I'll gonna go ahead and open an old one that is still open. This is one of the memo that was sent by Gilbane Company, the construction manager, and he's attached the sign off by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection and the as-built for the sanitary sewer. It is exactly like Outlook, except in Outlook you can decide, the contractor can decide who to send it to. Over here, it is sent to everybody. It's sent to our ITG department, sent to the Lee County project manager, it's sent to Lee County, all my inspectors. So the way I set it up, anytime a memo sent out is sent to all parties, or the design construction team. And what's good about it is, like I said, I can no more. I've never seen it, or I haven't read it. It tells you exactly on, for example, September 29, 2014, Gilbane, the superintendent, has read it. My name is right there, and I read it on September 29th. And the same thing, the architect on April 10th. It took the architect, see the difference, and you can tell exactly when it looks like it took him 6 months to read that memo. Daily log. The daily log is where my inspector and this is my inspector. The first folder on the right side is the construction. That's where the inspector put in his daily report. The second folder was created for the construction manager, and I'll open a sample for you. Now the last one was created 5/12, and he described the work in progress. The project is almost done, so there may not be enough, all the information. It tells you also the weather information, what craft has, how many men was on site, and how many, if you want to go beyond that, how many hours you can program it to do so. My inspector, this is the last report he's done, 1/6, pretty much. So that's what Uh, and it's really not much. This report was interim. Second lift, we were doing second lift of pavement and so forth. So and he can attach picture part of his report as well. Um, I can open an older version to give you a better idea what's involved. This is report was created 11/5. Uh, Around 8 o'clock, he was on site to 3 o'clock. This is some of the picture that was. This picture is when he, installed a gate, part of the fencing. So all this is right there. I can take a look at it, read it, and if there is any issue, then we can discuss it. But everything is tracked. The as well the architect. This is AECOM. It was the architect in charge of this project. The same thing is, they go to the site and do their observation, and the weather information right there, and they include pictures. And anytime anybody place create a report and attach picture to it, it goes to a folder called pictures. So you never lose. You always have an access to them. Meeting. Uh, Meeting minute is LOC meeting minute. We find it very. We really find a way to work with the contractor and the design team, and item is there, and when it's the item has been resolved and the contractor, the CM, if everybody's satisfied with the item, it automatically it goes from the meeting minute. You can create your. I don't have anything here to an event because the project is almost done. So this is the black tab is where most of your daily information, meeting minute. My favorite tab is, we're gonna get to it, but work. Work tab is any construction document, RFI, submittal, architectural supplement, instruction, inspection report, punch list. RFI, it is, we don't have anything pending, and all these are the RFI that was generated on this project. And let's pick up number 19. That was an RFI sent by the CM, the request, and also what really I like about it is it's link. You can link documentation to the RFI, so he doesn't have to make copies anymore of that sheet. For example, this. Let me move that one a little bit. This RFI is linked to the drawing. The drawing is already in EADOC uploaded. So if has to do with architectural for maintenance building area A, you click on that link, it takes you directly to documentation. And that document has been revised 3 times. You go to the recent revision, you click on the link, you open it, that's right there. That's your documentation. Go back to work, and he's also attached some picture with it, or some sketches that that's additional information. And you go to the responses below. It is when that RFI sent, it went to directly from the Gelbing company to the architect to the I forwarded to the county inspector, the county facility, all the people that really need to review that RFI. So now instead of make sure that all the party is involved with that specific. If it's a ITG question, then it goes to ITG. If it's a facility question, go to facility. And if I look at looking at the history, it tells you exactly when the RFI was submitted, when the architect opened it. It looks like the architect opened it about 10 minutes, 10, 15, what is it, 15 minutes after it was submitted, and that's the architect. And she forwarded because to uh, she forwarded to Marina was let's see, that's the project manager, uh, and she sent it to the other project manager to get probably to get their opinion on that RFI. So even when the way the organization is you have the main consultant and then you have the sub consultant, your mechanical, your electrical, your structural. The architect read the RFI. We make sure that he read the RFI, make sure that he understand what the RFI did, and then he can forward it to the different discipline. I know that my inspector looked at it as well, and I forwarded to him on April 1st, and he looked at it, and and also I mean, it tells you every time somebody touched the document. The minute you open the document, you touch it, it'll give you a like. It puts your name in the history, and it tells you here how many people has responded to it. AACOM responded the first time. The architect, we may not have liked the answer. We send it back to them, and so they revised an answer, or maybe they forgot to add additional information. Submittal is to work exactly like the RFI. Your shop drawing, the same thing is sent to the proper people. Push a button. I don't have to carry the shop drawing to facilities, our maintenance people, or I don't have to take it to our IT department. Everything is forwarded like an Outlook email. You just forward it and the attachment with it, and I don't have to take the plan with it because everything is linked. This shop drawing, for example, is linked to a certain specification section. Am I speaking too fast? No? Okay. You click on it and you open it. It's a PDF file, and it will give you the specification page for that specific shop drawing. Architectural supplement instruction. We have 12 of them was issued for certain revisions. It's the same thing. It is everything is right there, right in front of you. The next, my favorite, it is documentation. Documentation is where you used to take most of your, your technical specification, your construction document, uh, drawing. That is, I can access those plans anywhere. I don't have to copy them with me on the flash drive. I don't have to take, all what I need, like we said, is just an iPad or a tablet. It is all the construction document is right there. I'm a professional engineer. I have a degree in civil engineering, and I have a license in civil engineering. Uh, Civil engineering, paving grading plan. I mean, everything is just right there for you to review or access, or if I have any question in the field, it's right there for me. If you are architectural, all your architectural plans are here. Mechanical, landscaping, and for Leitram was specialized, so we have equipment. Um, Electronic safety and security. So everything is right there, with a touch of a button, you can access it anywhere you want. Specification, the same thing. It's all division from 1 to 48 is it's right there. Plumbing, you click on it and it is right there. Uh, Schedule. Uh, Pictures. That's where everything is. Anytime somebody take a picture, and it goes there into that special folder. Aerial photos is my. We have March of 2015 is the last one we have, and this is the aerial photos. So I can if my boss wanted, okay, what is the progress on this, I can send them the aerial map. This is the facility we just finished. 80,000 square feet, maintenance, administration, bus washes, 50,000 gallon of diesel, fuel buildings, fuel islands. So that really helps, especially is when the county administration admin they want to see. Okay, let me see how you doing on the project. I can print a report. I can attach those area photo and send it to them. Miscellaneous. Also, what we had EADOC customize some of the forms, some of the tabs, so it fit our need, and they can do that for you guys as well. I added a closeout document. We used to, like I said, we used to get like 20 boxes of closeout in operation O&M manuals, operation maintenance manuals, and warranties and guarantees and as-built plan. Right now, we created folder, and at the end of the project, we can burn it on CD, on several CDs, DVDs, and that will be stored in small area. Does not require space to store all those information. Training videos. All these are for our facility guys. This is the life safety plan. I'm sorry, I jumped to a different. Okay. This is the lead training with fire suppression system. So when our staff go to the field for maintenance issues, they don't have to take a bunch of plans and operation manuals, and it's right there on their iPad. They can access it anytime they want. That is really big help for our maintenance crews. We have this is the operation. This is the fire protection system manuals. Everything is uploaded as a PDF, so you only need a PDF viewer, and you can. This is probably a huge file. It's going to take a while. It's 78 megabyte. I'm sorry. So right now it's trying to open it, and it's going to take a few minutes. And while it's thinking, what I like also about it is I can open another tab on my internet. I can go to Lee County, our website, but now since the other one is thinking, this one's going to take time. I think I overloaded the system.
Yeah, what we can do is we can answer a couple questions while we're waiting for your file to come.
All right.
Looks like it's the first one is from Takumba. She wanted to know copying daily inspector reports from a previous day and use that for your new day one.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is the This is the O&M for the fire. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's the question?
So the question Takumba wanted to know if you.
Or do you want to go back to it at the end? Let me finish with this.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Since we got to say, what's good about it, I needed to mention in the beginning is I can open another tab. I can go to a switch project. I can go to my next project. And you can open, a tab for every project. And here's my Norfolk Meyer Rec Center project. So now I can deal with Leetran, I can deal with Norfolk Meyer, and I wish I had this tool in 2005, 2006. I had a jail to build, and I have evidence building for the sheriff to build, couple parks. So it is busy, and all the information right there for all your projects. Okay, so this is the closeout tab that EADOC has customized for us. They also gave me They also gave us customized as permit folder. All right, and that is what so now is I don't have to ask for a permit. It's right there. This is my city for my building permit, the DEP permit, the fuel tank permit, all those right there, and can have access to them anytime, anywhere. Somebody asks for information, it's in one place. The report, I'm not gonna touch on it, and I'm sure I don't use it as much because one is my boss did not ask for report, but you can there's pre-made report. You can have a pay estimate report, and you wanna all the status, and you tell it to run and generate report for you. But I have not really used it as much. The second one that I like as well is, I'm sorry, let me get rid of that one. The finance pay estimate, and like I said before, it used to take 30, 40 days to get things processed. Right now it is, if I click on the last one, last pay application, the the value of this pay application was 2.7. All your scheduled value there, right there, and give you all the information you need. And all this is customized. You can customize. You can see whatever you know. It depends on what you want to see. I customize my pay application so I see this period up to date through last and how much left and the percentage. And all this is that change order that we've done, and keep track of them that way. This pay application, it tells you was created on April 22nd, and April 29 I opened it. There was some issue with it. We sent it back and they fixed it, and everything is just tracked. Lee County Fiscal has reviewed it, and they shared it with other staff. So anytime somebody read it and approve it, just logs it in. After I get everybody's approval, the consultants, it's just a matter of training people. Okay, the pay application is there. Please process it. And then you can follow up and you see why they have not. On May 14th, everybody was satisfied. All the issues were resolved. I closed it. And then when I close it, then the contractors get paid. Change order. The change order is it is also everything's done electronically. The last change order, it was for $27,000, and what's good about it is it's this one is set the way it's set up. It is it's in order. So the contractor submit it, consultant review it, approve it, and then I review it, approve it, goes to my boss, and then the fiscal, and it get to our procurement office, and then it's closed by them. See, if you look at this, June 4th, 2015, which is today, at 1:42, because I just opened it for you guys to see. It's recorded. It's here in the history. So anytime you touch a file, an item, it's always recorded. You never lose anything. And there's nothing they can do to delete or really destroy information. This is the change order pay estimate. They also customized 3 tabs here for us. We do a CM at risk, so we do not really do much change order unless it's a direct purchase material. And we do what we have is we carry contingency with us. So the EADOC has worked with us to create those. And also they work with us to create our own pay application. So the contractor doesn't have to type in on our form because we have to follow our form. All what he has to do is just print and select the Lee County pay estimate type of print, and we open it. EADOC will collect all these numbers and percentage and information, and eventually will open. This is Lee County, our standard forms, and automatic is done, and EADOC has customized that form for us. Let's see, what did I leave at the, that's the, CT is the contingency. It's like a change order, but within the GMP. The contract information. This is Gilbill, that's the contractor. That is his, and also we can do is we can retain, tell the EADOC how much retainage we need to do on this project was 10% throughout, but we have the ability to go 0 to 5% on a 50% value, and then drop it to 10% on the first 50% of value, and then drop it down to 5%, and EADOC automatically take care of that. And also we have the notice to proceed and the contract, so everything is uploaded there. We can access it anytime. The last thing is the report tab. It's really, I think we touched on it very quick, and we really have not used it. Let's see. I think that's everything that I use daily on a daily basis. How much time do we still have, Eric?
Ayoub, we've got 15 minutes, and we've got about a dozen questions if you want to start running through those.
Okay. How do I see do I need to shut down my screen or?
No, go ahead. Your screen up. What I'll do is I will repeat the questions to the audience because right now just individual folks have seen the questions. So I'll go ahead and repeat the question for everybody, and then I'll let you answer.
Okay.
So the first one is from Takumba. She wants to know if you can copy daily inspector reports from a previous day and use that to start a new daily inspector report.
Okay. The daily log is what there is already a forms already created in EADOC. All right. But yes, you can click on the old report. And let me use I don't want to use the architects. Let's use my inspector. For example, report 427. I thought I had that copy button here, Eric.
It could be
maybe because it's closed. I don't know if maybe Eric can help me with this one, but it's.
Yes, on the daily report, you can copy yesterday's inspector daily report, and then what you can do is you can modify the crafts and equipment. The one thing that doesn't copy over is the photos. So the inspector has to take the pictures every day, which is good because it requires him to do that.
All right.
So, the second question, also from Takumba, does EADOC allow administrators to set permissions on what the contractor and other users can view?
Yes, it does. And if you go to if I show you the profile, this is where organization that's on the right side, all the organization that assigned to lead trend facility project. These all the organization for all the project. So what I do is for lead trend, I assign permission what the contractor can and cannot do. Now here's an example. I set it. I usually set it per organization, so I don't set it for every person in that organization. Gilbane, project manager, permission. What I want to see, I took a lot of approval away from him. He cannot really final approve on a change order or contingency. I want to be able to be the last one. You can give them permission to not to see things, to view it, but not close it. I don't want them to close the ACI. I don't want to close, have him close the change order. If he does, then I lose control of that. So I'm the last one who act on those requests through the organization. And also you can modify each user. Let's say, for example, my inspector, Alex, has been a bad boy. So I go to permission and take away, I click on edit, and I don't want him to miss, I just want him to be able to see. So I can give him permission to see everything and take away any action because he has been a bad boy. And I say save. And that's it. He cannot alter, he cannot create, he cannot close any document. And I'm going to cancel because he's not really a bad boy.
Excellent. All right. Yep. Another question here from Kimba. Can you go through the submittals and answer questions around how does you handle revisions of a submittal, and then how do you handle final comments? Can you just send one set of comments back to the contractor if you have multiple comments?
Okay. Well, first of all, when the comment comes, what I do is, if, for example, I send those shop drawing to the consultant, and I send it to ITG, for example. I get comments on in this shop drawing. It's only one response come back, but if I have multi responses, one is I read and make sure all the responses don't have conflict between each other. Then I have the option to combine those responses, to merge them together and send the contractor one response. And let's see if I can see. This one is all. There's four responses that came in. It came in from my inspector, facilities. Came in from two responses came from facilities and the architect. What I did, I read them first, make sure everything is good, and I agree with the response, and then I merge them all in number 5 and send it to them. Okay?
Perfect. Kevin Higginson, was EADOC used during the design phase for these projects?
Kevin Higginson, he's one of the Fort Myers engineers. I got your email, but I haven't had a chance to reply to it yet. You got me there. All right, Kevin. What's the question again?
He wanted to know if you used EADOC during the design phase for any of your projects. Or
all right, but I never had it. I'm sorry. Yes, you can, but I never had the privilege. I always inherited the project from other project managers. So we have a new project that is actually County Utility has a new project, and yes, they're going to start uploading the design documentation. And we have another project coming up for Leetran to do like a sub station for them. And yes, we're going to use we're going to create 2 different folders, one folder for design and then one folder for construction.
Excellent. Randall Scheidemann asked, do you access multiple versions of a plan or a drawing?
Drawing?
Correct.
Equipment? We have 5, we have 1, 2, 3, we have almost 10 files there. Each file is, each drawing is uploaded as a PDF. You can click on it, open it, and go back to the second sheet and open it. And if you have multi-monitor, you can move the files from one to another file. Yes, I think you can.
And also, Randall, the versions are linked together as well. So as they create revisions, it links them all together so people can see the current version and the old version as well.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. We have a lot of vision. It tells you on the right side here. It is this project is crazy because the architect came out with those numbering system, and it drives me crazy. And so let's go with the normal architect. it tells you, see that point one at the end of that file name? It is a revision. So by looking on the right side, see it? It is the revision 1, and this is the original drawing.
Perfect. And Rod is asking, do the AE firms and contractor have future access to the database after the project is over?
That is Eric question, I believe.
Okay. So there's when Ayoub finishes the project, he can lock it inside the Lee County account and make it a read-only project. He has the option of leaving access read-only for his project participants, so the contractors can log in and access it. The other thing the AE firms and the contractors can do is they can also request an archive from EADOC and say, we would like an archive of all this data, and it's delivered in PDF and XML form. And it's a complete record of the project, so they can have their own closeout documents and deliverable. And that's just requested by those participants after the project is complete. That also ties into Jason Hurley's question about archival. So with Lee County on their account, they'll have all their completed projects, they have all their active projects. They, as well as their AE firms and contractors, can also request an archive that they can store locally. So they can drop that into their file server or their document management server that they have within the county, and it's got all their records for them.
And we haven't got to that point yet. We're still closing our project. Eventually, we'll get the archives, CDs, and so forth. But we have not got to that point yet.
Tom Brown is asking, who enters all the documents and uploads all the drawings to the system?
When we negotiated a contract with the consultants, and now everybody's aware that is it's their responsibility to enter their drawing and specifications. On the when I started EADOC, my project was already in design. So what I had to do is I got the design team to send me all their PDF files, and our administrative assistants spent a couple days entering those information into the EADOC because the project was ongoing and the contract has been negotiated with the consultant, and I didn't want to pay change orders.
Excellent. Robert's asking, are there original hard copy documents to maintain with this system? Are you maintaining any hard copies, or are you doing everything electronically?
I don't everything electronically. After I close the project, I will request all the information that in the somewhere in California, I hope, and it is be copied to CDs and DVDs and sent to us, and we store it in a small box in a warehouse. Except for the as-built, then we copy them to the as-built folders on our server.
Excellent. Paul Patterson, let's see, no, we answered your question already. Scott Gilmudden, how did you upload all these documents to the cloud? How did you implement it after dealing with paper documents?
How did we upload them?
Yeah. So did you use there's a drag and drop tool, or yeah?
Yeah, I can. Let's start with it's all the same thing. Memo. Let's go with Memo. All right. This is what's this project? Let me do an active. A live demo here. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a memo. You can create shop drawing, you can create RFI. The process is the same everywhere. I'm gonna send subject as closeout document, and the type is notice to CM. Please make sure you have two original. And the good about it, if me bad speller, it let me know. Two original of the final pay estimate. Okay. and I'm gonna enclose the. Let me open up the forms on my computer. Close out and final checklist. For example, I'm gonna send them the final checklist and drag it into here. Or if you right-click and copy, click Add. You can take you to this two-way. You can drag and drop, or you can click on Add and goes to my desktop and go to my forms, and I can say the closeout document. That is what's required, and open it. So that's the same file. And again, after you do with Outlook is when you try to send something, create something, you can send. In this case, EADOC give you a chance just in case your boss call you and you need to run. You can save it, and you can come back to that document. The document goes into the draft folder. Shop drawing is everything is the same. All right, I go talk to my boss for a couple hours. I got my raise that I asked for. Come back happy. Close out document. Click on it, and I'm ready. I edit it to make sure I'm happy with the contest. Oh, and the file. Yes, this is the file that I need, but I have a duplicate. I can delete one of them. I can click Save again, and I'm gonna submit. This is where I like it. I have created a group. If I pick up that group, which is called Leak Train Construction Team minus Ayoub, because I don't want to send it to myself, click on it. This is very critical, and I want it on. He's going to wonder why he's getting this memo, but it's all right. I want it tomorrow, and I can tell him what time. And if you wanted to if I want to get to his attention, all right, I select as an individual. So in EADOC, you get notification in Outlook saying, okay, you receive a document. But some of them would turn that notification off. The way I go around it is I actually pick him up. When I do so, if I need to get his attention, I send it to him, I put his name. So now he is getting a notification in his Outlook. So he cannot say, I didn't get it. And I say submit. And that's how you create documents, how you attach documents. If you look at history, it went to all those people at the same time. And if we're lucky, we can see somebody just see it on June 4th. I signed it, and I signed it to this Ethan. And if nobody has acted on it, I can recall it, and I can delete it. And if by mistake you deleted it, guess what? You can recover it. So now nobody's going to be mad at me. Gone.
And keep in mind, you can, if you've got like 250 documents you want to upload, you can use our drag and drop utility as well. So you can do them one at a time, or you can drag and drop a whole folder into the system from a technical standpoint.
Good. I didn't know that.
When you do them. Yeah. So we're going to take 2 more questions here. I know we're about a couple minutes over. We'll do 2 more questions, and then just to let you guys know in the audience, there's about 20 more questions that have come in. We're going to answer those through an email. So in our email, we'll send out the recording link. We'll send out answers to all the questions that we're not going to get to today, because unfortunately there are a lot more that have come in since we started doing questions. So one of the last questions we'll do here is, Ebony Stagg, can forms be standardized for an agency?
Can we what?
Can you standardize your forms for all your projects?
All our forms are standardized. I mean, we have one form for everything, but I don't know if that's what he's asking or she asking.
Yeah, so Ebony, you can do, the forms are all configured for each client, and you can use the same forms across all your projects, like the way Ayoub is doing it. They have a standard set of forms for Lee County. Or if you get a one-off project that needs a custom form, say a pay application just for that project, then that form can be customized just for that project. So you can do either within the EADOC application. Most agencies like Lee County want to standardize across all of them, so everybody's using the same RFI, the same submittals, the same caps across the project.
Yeah, that's correct, because our form has been approved by the county attorney's office and our board of county commissioners. So really, in order for me to change a form, I have to go through attorneys and county commissioners. So we stick to our forms.
Yep. And our last question from Jody Sorrells. Describe the learning curve that you guys went through there at Lee County.
I'm sorry?
Jody wants to know about the learning curve. So as a new EADOC client, what was the curve for yourself and your colleagues there at Lee County?
Okay, yeah, if you are open-minded, you can learn the system within a week or two. If you are never touched a computer before, which like my inspector, then it is a challenge. But it's all really depends on the policy. My boss, the director said, this is the software, you need to learn it. And I'll be honest with you, it's not the perfect system, but it's a system that I love. Yeah, you're right. It is a learning curve. I'm not perfect in it. I'm still learning it. I learn new things every day. But for the short period of time that I've been using it, it is really not hard at all to learn.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank Ayoub for his time. He's going to go ahead and stop sharing his screen, and what that will do is I'll bring up our last slide that's got some contact information on it for you guys. So you'll see that here pop up in a second. Contact information, feel free to reach out to us. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to send out an email. Give it a couple days. It'll include a link for the recording. It's going to have all the remaining questions with answers there for you. It'll have contact information for you guys as well on that link. And feel free to reach out to us here at Bentley with any questions or further on. And again, Ayoub, thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome. Hey, good luck to you guys, and you're welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.